A growing number of homeless people in the U.S. are children and teenagers. According to a study out this month, nearly 1 in 5 homeless youth in the United States are victims of human trafficking for sex or labor or both.
I wish I could just be in one school like other kids. It seems I have to learn a new school, new teachers, new friends, or lack of when I transfer to a new school. Sometimes kids or teachers will ask where I came from, and I don't like answering it. I mean, it's not always bad because I get to start over with a clean slate in each new school. But when I'm done with school for the day, I don't have much to do. I really don't think people realize what it's like to be here, especially for a teen. Many people may say people are to blame for their own situations. The fact is that most homeless people are victims. Some have suffered from child abuse or domestic violence. Many have lost their jobs after years of employment. All have lost their homes.
There are over 700 families currently living on the streets, in shelters, in cars, or doubled up in small apartments in the city of San Francisco. That's hundreds of children that don't have a place to call home. Unfortunately, given the limited resources that we have here in San Francisco, it can take a family up to 6 months to find shelter or transitional housing.
What did you expect when you got here?
Palm trees and sunny days.
18-year-old Yums Garner says he came to Los Angeles to escape the drugs and gangs in his hometown. But once here, he wound up on the streets.
I try to sleep on rooftops. That's the safest place.
How hard has it been for you, though, to find a job? Pretty
hard to find a job, find a place to live, that's even harder.
Garner is among a growing population of young people between the ages of 13 and 24 who are homeless and alone without the guidance of a parent or guardian. Many of them ran away from abusive families.
It's been pretty rough out here.
Drake Hudson says he left home after getting into several arguments with his parents.
What's your day like?
It's been mainly just focused on getting food, and that's pretty much it. It's just food.
Some studies estimate there are between 1.6 and 2.8 million unaccompanied homeless youth across the country.
So what's being done to help America's homeless kids?
Organizations such as Outreach Incorporated, located in Indianapolis, Indiana, offer basic needs such as meals, toiletries, mailboxes, and access to technology to homeless youth, as well as programs to ultimately lead them out of their homeless way of life.
From clothing, health services, and haircuts, these are the essentials that many in our city can access on a daily basis. But today, Homeless Connect Toronto is helping over 1,000 Torontonians access these resources as we near the coldest months of the year.
There's a lot of people outside that are homeless that could use these services.
People started lining up around the block outside the Mattamy Athletic Center early this morning looking to access some of the vital services offered at the 5th annual event organized by Homeless Connect Toronto, which looks to serve those experiencing or at risk of homelessness. It allows clients to access one-stop shop services like dental, mental health, and addiction supports, eye exams, flu shots, clothing banks, housing, legal support, and even pet care. For first-time clients, it's a day that comes with relief.
The number of homeless people in the city of Buffalo is declining. Officials say it's close to being non-existent.
News 4's Ali Ingersoll is looking into this issue and how it's taking the entire city to fight it.
Buffalo's overall population is increasing, but the population for the homeless people is declining, and it's the lowest it has been in years. It didn't just happen overnight, though, and it didn't just take one person to make a difference.
There's no doubt that the collaborative efforts are working.
The Homeless Alliance's annual report is showing the city's numbers of chronically homeless people has sharply declined, now sitting at 44 people, which is down from more than 400 in 2010.
Where you give people a home, you work on their other issues after that you've taken that pressure of where am I going to sleep tonight. So once those pressures are taken away, people are more likely to treat their illnesses. and it works.
Providing people with a place to sleep is also beneficial to the entire area. Zukleski says fewer people on the streets without proper care keeps them out of the court systems, jails, and hospitals, which in turn means less money from taxpayers' pockets to pay for these services. Zukleski says the difference starts when you build relationships with these people. That's something Gino Grasso from St. Luke's Mission seeks to do every day.
We're serving more people than we've ever served.
With just 44 people left on the streets who don't have permanent homes, Grasso and Zukleski are working harder than ever to make a difference for these people and the city.
And it is sad that, you know, there's a lot of people that we're not able to provide for. But we do the best we can, and knowing that you put forth everything you can, it's comforting.
The Alliance says they're working every day to try to come up with new ways to keep people off of the streets and to find them safe places to live. Reporting in Buffalo, Allie Ingersoll, News 4.